freaking out! What's he doing? He's making the wrong face!
Oh my god.
Mr. Bomason presents How to Make the Emoji Movie, starring How to Basic. First, you take your phone and then you put it on the table. And then you do this. Yeah, you pretty much get the picture. The Emoji Movie earns its title for being the most creatively empty and artificial product ever made by Hollywood.
Should we wash our hands?
Even before it was released, the movie got huge negative backlash. The hate got so bad that TJ Miller threatened to kill himself on Twitter.
But now that all the hate's died down, it's my job to rip this movie to shreds. Even though I'm not the first person to do it.
Look who just sent me a text.
We open the movie with one of our main characters, Alex, who gets a text from his high school crush. He then starts panicking on what emoji to send back to her.
I gotta reply to Addie's text. What should I write?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Okay, first problem.
It's not really a big deal not knowing what emoji to send to your possible girlfriend. 2, everybody knows to send the eggplant emoji in this certain situation.
I'm single, and even I know what someone like you would do in this situation.
Alex follows his friend's advice and opens his phone, revealing the world living inside of it.
Alright, now picture this. Imagine yourself as a world-renowned Hollywood writer and director. Yeah, he will do. And imagine that you have to create a name for your fictional virtual world. What's the first thing that comes into your head?
That's my home. Textopolis.
I want to die.
So as we start seeing more of Textopolis, our main character Gene, played by TJ Miller, starts talking about daily life as an emoji.
Each of us does one thing, and we have to nail it every time. The Christmas tree just has to stand there, all festive.
Stand there? He doesn't have legs.
But for the faces, the pressure is on. Crier always has to cry, even if he's just won the lottery.
Hooray! I'm a billionaire!
Wait, so you're telling me that once an emoji has an emotion, he has to stay that emotion their entire life?
Why can't the emoji act their one emotion when they're supposed to, and then act normally when they don't have to? That makes sense.
You see, that's called using your head, Sony. If you were using your head, like me, then you wouldn't have made this movie.
We finally meet our main character Gene, a meh emoji. Apparently, he doesn't quite fit the status quo because he has more than one emotion, which is frowned upon in emoji society.
Morning, Mrs. D. I see you have the little minis with you. Oh, they're so cute.
That is so adorable, I can't take it!
After that, Gene starts to head to work.
Wait, Alex sends me next to this guy.
How is that funny?
Why are you laughing, freak?
Okay, honestly, that's what I would say to someone if someone started laughing at that joke.
We then meet Gene's parents, who are a bit antsy on letting their son work on the phone. They are probably one of the most boring characters I have ever seen in the movie.
I have some bad news, Gene, and I'm afraid you'll have the wrong reaction.
What their problem is that they always talk in this unenthusiastic, uninterested, monotone voice. Fucking kill me. They're afraid that Gene is gonna mess up on his first day because of his emotional problem.
Everybody my age is working on the phone except for me.
Oh, sweetie, that's not true.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on the phone and I'm only 10.
That's because I believe in you.
Professor X, why are you in this movie? Speaking of giant piles of shit, we finally meet our main villain, Smiler, who is an emoji that I think probably took something very, very strong. I want to say ecstasy, but that's still debatable.
Your cube will light up.
Oh, it's showtime.
Isn't your son supposed to be working the phone, Patrick Stewart, or does he suffer from the same problems as Gene?
The scanner will scan you, and that scan will get sent right up to Alex's text box.
That's super convoluted. What if Alex wants to send an emoji and that emoji is not there?
Come on, man, it's high five. You know me, I'm a favorite. Alex hasn't picked you in weeks.
We then cut to High Five, played by James Corden, of all people, who is a misfit.
I'm an attractive hand giving a high five. Oh, fist bump. Come on in. Hey, ladies. Fist bump? He's a knucklehead.
Get it? 'Cause he's fist! After that necessary scene, Gene finally gets into his cube to start working on the iPhone. Meanwhile, in the real world, like before, Alex is trying to figure out what emoji to send to his girlfriend.
Hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics was an ancient language of picture forms. Does that remind anyone of anything?
Teacher, you don't have to phone it in. We're in high school. We're not idiots.
Also, what is he supposed to be teaching? He's teaching the class about hieroglyphics, so I'm assuming he's a history teacher. But if that were the case, then why does he have elements of the periodic table on his wall?
Alright, Alex is not sure how he wants to play this.
As that is going on, Alex finally chooses what emoji to send to Addie. He chooses Gene. Now, what could possibly go wrong?
I can't do this.
What a surprise.
Nice! Goodness, I'm freaking out! What's he doing? He's making the wrong face!
No shit, Sherlock.
Gene basically destroys everything while he's panicking.
Oh, shut it down!
After that, Gene is labeled as a malfunction and Smiler calls him to the boardroom to have a meeting.
Tell me, Turd, tell me true. What happened?
I know it was an accident. We all have accidents.
Look, the movie's self-aware.
I came up here to defend myself, but you seem pretty happy.
No shit. She's supposed to stay happy.
I will never, ever make a mistake in the cube again.
Oh, we know you won't, Gene. We know you won't.
Smilers then sends some bots to delete Gene, causing him to run away and once again bump into High Five.
What do we do?
Quick, this way.
They end up taking cover in High Five's loser lounge,
Where the emojis who never get used hang out.
As we see more of the Losers Club, God, I wish I were watching that movie, Gene tells High Five that he is multi-emotional and he needs to be fixed.
Just find a hacker and get reprogrammed.
Where would I find a hacker?
In the piracy app. Duh.
High Five tells of a hacker in the piracy app named Jailbreak who can fix him. But then all of a sudden, he also gets the bright idea that the hacker can help him get in the favorites.
Maybe this hacker could help you too? Like, rewrite some code, get you into the favorite section?
Wait a minute. Ow. I've been trying to use my charisma and sense of entitlement to get me back on top, but all I need is a hacker.
While Gene and High Five start embarking on their epic adventure, Gene's parents are all like,
Our boy's on the run.
How about we find him ourselves?
So now we have a subplot. After much filler, they finally get to the piracy app.
You trying to find a hacker?
Yes.
I know a guy can hook you up.
Right over there. Her.
They finally meet Jailbreak, played by Anna Faris. They explain Gene's problem to her.
Not interested.
Ah!
Whoa, hold up. That's not a meh face.
The bots catch up to them, but then they end up escaping, only to land in
Candy Crush.
Ooh, begins. They basically advertise Candy Crush by playing the game to get Gene out of there without matching him with the yellow candy. But they have to match him with the yellow special candy to get him out of there.
What if it doesn't think I'm a special candy?
Well...
God, I wish it ended there, but it doesn't.
Much to our horror, they end up getting Gene out of there, and the movie continues, unfortunately. Jailbreak then explains that the only place to get Gene fixed is the cloud.
Before they let us into the cloud, we have to get past this firewall.
She explains her battle plan.
You're thinking, because I can make different faces, the firewall will think I'm different emojis.
Yeah, I wanted to say it because it was my idea. You know, women are always coming up with stuff that men are taking credit for.
You know what? I'm not even going to touch on that comment. We now enter a part of the movie that I like to call the sellout phase. It's basically a part where they all enter apps on the phone, basically just to do nothing but advertise. They enter YouTube, Just Dance, Instagram, Dropbox, all that type of crap. So when I see Gene and Jailbreak in Spotify, I'm not very eager to watch because it's basically just a free ad for Spotify.
Every one of those streams is a different song.
Is it safe?
Oh hell no. Count me out! Meanwhile, Smiler finds out that Alex is gonna wipe out his phone, which basically means the end of all life on the phone as they know it. Which is fine by me, but they gotta have a movie, so she resorts to drastic action.
We've only got 4 hours before Alex's phone appointment. If they find a malfunction on the phone, we are all gonna be wiped!
She said wiped. Aim higher, Steven.
Ha! He's poop! Do you get it?
The illegal upgrade.
Now that makes me happy!
A few moments later.
Where am I?
Hi! It's so great to see you again!
You're in the trash, fingers for brains, and at the end of the day, the trash gets emptied, and we're all gonna die!
That honestly sounds fine with me. And they finally get High Five out of the trash, and then they get to Dropbox, which is guarded by the firewall.
Okay.
Welcome to the firewall.
Chimichangas?
Access denied.
Oh.
Huh. This might take a while.
You know what? She's right. I'm gonna skip this. They finally get past the firewall and get into Dropbox. Only to be captured.
We've got to go get him.
How are we gonna get in there in time before he gets deleted?
Oh, can't believe I'm doing this.
So it's revealed that Jailbreak is a princess emoji, and she uses a whistle call to ride the Twitter bird to rescue Gene. Meanwhile, back in Textopolis, Gene is going to be deleted in front of Smiler and all the emojis until Gene's parents intervene. Apparently, Gene's father is also multi-emotional, so he's going to be deleted.
Oh gosh, I don't know what to do! Yes, I do!
Sorry, Mrs. May.
Delete the 2 malfunctions!
It all seems to be the end of our heroes until...
How's that for an entry?
Kill me! To end my suffering, they defeat Smiler, stop Alex from deleting everything, and then have a giant dance party. Whoopity f***ing do!
Everybody, the emoji pop!
Wait, it was already demonstrated that High Five can't close his fist face.
Fist bump? He's a knucklehead. Literally. Look at him. I can look like that. Ah, ow, cramp. Huge mistake.
But now he's not only doing it, he's doing it more than once in a dance. You know what? I'm just gonna not touch on it because this movie finally over. So, what do I think of the Emoji Movie? Is it the worst movie? No. Is it one of them? Hell yes! This movie is one of the worst movies I have ever seen in my entire life, and that's saying a lot. People knew that this movie was gonna suck, And yet, it made over $200 million in the box office. Thank you for watching my stupid video. Please subscribe and comment. Tell me what you thought of this video. I'm gonna go cry in the corner and rethink my life decisions.